are black women only used for emotional comfort and sexual labor? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Elena here. My necklace. Okay. Anyway, so in today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that is very important. And before I start my video, how you say, what's it called? Disclaimer. Where's my little notes? I can understand how this looks like, how you say, self-victimization, but trust me, honestly, I don't care. So yeah, keep that to yourself. That's what you think this video is about, please. There's the door. I truly honestly don't care, and that's that on that. So now that that's over, this video will be about how black girls always finish last. Upon reflection, there's like a little disclaimer, like even though my examples are like anecdotal, I don't know why I keep saying like, my intention is not to berate the girls that I'm talking about. The video is not about them. Like I still could have made the video if they hadn't done what they had done, comma, because the video is about a bigger picture of black women being seen as lesser than in value than other women of, not even of color, than white women. So even though they did what they did, it's not about them. And I'm not trying to berate their character or anything. It's really not about them. It just happened that they did bad stuff to me. And I can use them as an example. If they didn't do it, it wouldn't have happened. But yeah, this is my experience to talk about. And it just applies. If it were different people, I would have talked about them. But it just so happens to be you. I'm not trying to berate their characters or anything. I respect them for the most part as people. But yeah, I'm not trying to like bring up old stuff or be messy or anything. Like, it's not about us, it's about the bigger picture here. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say before it looks like I'm just trying to, be messy and bring up old stuff and this, that, and the third. It's not about us. I mean, if you support Black Lives Matter, then support this one. Is it recording? Similarly, I won't be taking any critiques from non-black women. So if you're I'm not reading it. I'm not reading it, honey. Anyway, that's it. For a bit of context, I was reflecting on my previous endeavors, my previous relations, I guess you could say, with my friend Issa. Shout out to Issa. She's the reason I'm making this video in the first place. Shout out to her. She thinks I'm not gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. Shout her out. And I was just, we were talking, and she was like, "Oh, like, Marlena, do you like blah, 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 and you didn't work out because you were black?" And I was like, this made me realize that as a whole, black girls always finish last. Always finish in every aspect of anything. Black women are, I don't want to say we're not in the running, because as a whole, black women are just not even those girls. Like, it's a league of our own, but we are definitely never seen as people or individuals. And what had me thinking about this is said person that I was with. That's a whole debacle. This was in high school or whatever. So yes, the next person, I don't even want to. Basically, we had fallen out because of another girl. And I think that, she was involved with another person, whatever. Obviously, the person was black. The next person after me was black. So I was like, okay, that, like, it really is, like, what's it called? I didn't think that could be because I was black or whatever. But then, the girlfriend that she was with after that, whole debacle. That is my whole, what's it called? My whole story time. Look at that. Look at the little eye or whatever. And I was like, no, Issa, like, that isn't, like, of course, like, who, she doesn't hate black people, obviously, like, whatever. So, like, I never said that, but, like, even when she was with girl number after me, she was like, Issa, it's like, did she even really like that girl? And I was like, they weren't good for you. That's something for me to speak upon. But said girl told me, she's like, oh yeah, we were bad for each other in the first place, yada yada yada, whatever. And I'm just thinking, why are black women the girl's like, oh no, I never really even liked that girl that much, yada yada yada, ray. It was just for, eat her. But the other girl she dated after her, like they was together for a minute, so it was a clearly committed type deal, you know what I mean? So it's looking like the black girl's always getting the runt, the end, because that girl did me not even so flawed, something I don't even think I want to talk about that but no, literally so bad. So I'm just thinking, why are black women only used for emotional comfort and sexual labor? And even though this is simply far-fetched because we were all in high school, but looking back at it, that's exactly what it is. And it's not like problems that we have in high school just simply disappear when we get older. We just know how to analyze them more from a more mature lens. Like, it's just very interesting to me that the black girls are just, look a plague team. Because, yeah, we did have whatever for each other. We cared about each other or whatever in that context. But why is the black girl never the end game? Like, why does the black girl never get the happy ending? Why, you know what I mean? Like, that is just very sickening to me. Black women are just to be used. Like, oh, you're so easy to talk to, you're so this, you're so that. But it's just always take. Sexual I don't want to say exploitation. This is on beyond high school. But it's always being used. Give. I'm taking this from you. Even though we're experiencing it together, because at the time I wasn't viewing it like that. I was like, 15? But still, like, looking back at it, it's just, why is the black girlfriend that was had, you didn't even really like her just to get over someone else? What? But then the white girl is sticking through the white girls regardless of what they do to you. But one time the black girl gonna mess up, it's completely villainized. That is something else that I will definitely talk about, because the way I was villainized in that situation was something I will never forget. Because, yeah, we were all young, but when this whole debacle happened with us, the way she literally berated my character, I forgave her a long time ago for that, but I was literally 15. Happened in November. So yes, I was literally 15. And the way my character was literally picked apart, this and that. But the other girl, this other woman, she was quite literally, I don't want to say awful, but she was quite literally just, yeah. And everyone knows that girl was just simply not a good person in high school. Simply not a good person. And said girl knew that. But she stuck to her like literal glue. I don't even think she's gonna watch this video, but it's true, bro. And honest, I literally wrote all these notes. It's not even our fault, because as a whole, society sets us up to be used for emotional labor and emotional labor only. The strong black woman complex, black women can do anything. Black women as a whole are just viewed as mammy, like this emotional support for everyone else. Like, I'm the nanny that the white child likes more than their actual mom. You know what I mean? What did I write about this? Yeah. Black women are only seen as the Caribbean nanny that the white child likes more than their actual mom, because they're actually there for them, or sexualized to the point where they don't see us as people, just bodies on the timeline to retweet, which is a whole nother thing we will talk about a bit later. But yes, simply, like, the black girl got no chances. It was just me being the black girl. Just emotional support, just character development, essentially. The next black girl, yeah, that's nothing for me to even speak upon, but it's just a pattern that was being seen, that the black girls were always cast aside or not as prioritized as the white Latinas. Which, but yeah. And even if it doesn't look that way to everyone else, it doesn't matter because I am the black girl in question. It happened to me, and black women can relate to this. Yeah, if you're not black, I'm not open to critique on any forum, so I don't care. Yeah. It's just black women are just used for, like, it's always a middle ground. Like, it's always like a stepping stool in between getting to your white girl or your white this or your white that. Always finishing last. Never have the happy ending. Never simply just an angst-free, I like you, you like me. Okay, so the last person that I was with, the last person that I, involved myself with would tell me, like, I'm my best self when I'm in a relationship. I belong on a sticky note. She's not gonna watch this. But anyway. And we were never in a relationship. So it really just reiterated the fact that I never got that. And even though we were whatever we were, my gosh, we were what have you, I was simply an emotional dumpster. I don't want to say without a label it didn't mean anything. Obviously it did mean something. But if I'm not getting the best version of you and I'm just getting the in-between, who you didn't feel like you needed to give the same value of worth as if a girlfriend, I was just an emotional dumpster. Oh my gosh. Simply that's all I was. And looking back at it, yes, it is very unfortunate that it was me that it happened to, but it's true. It's true. I mean, anyway, unfortunate that happened to me. Yes, I'm well aware. Yeah. With that last one, it's kind of how you say mixed emotion. I mean, even though I am happy that I wasn't a girlfriend per se, but I feel it's a, how you say, pro and con, double-edged sword. Because at least if I was a girlfriend, at least that emotional labor would have been for something. But at the same time, I'm very glad that I cannot be claimed by anybody. Okay, I'll never give this girl the benefit of the doubt. Never that. She was a lot of things. This one did have a black girlfriend once upon a time. Light skin may she have been, black all the same. Maybe I didn't make the paper bag cut, but we had a lot of back and forth, a lot of issues. So that one is a bit more, how you say it, messy in every sense of the word. I look cute. Good for me. I would bet my tarot deck. I would bet my Vera Wang princess. I would bet my AirPods. I would bet anything that this new woman, I bet she's in a relationship because she doesn't like being alone. I just know that her new girl is not black. And I know she's a white Latina. That's all I have to say on that one. I'm not saying any more, not saying any less. I just know that these truths are whatever that what they be saying, inevitable, something. It's true, and it's no shade to her, no shade to anything, but it's just true. Because as much as black women are praised and this and that, especially on the internet, we are just consumed as that only, something to be but never to take home. Never that. We exist only in those spaces to entertain and arouse and this and that, but never as people. Never as something that has actual feelings. Always this, that, oh, she can handle it, this, and that, and the third. What? Black women can be soft and sensitive. Black women are capable of being multifaceted human beings. I'm not just to be consumed, and that's all. That's it. Being sexualized talking to my next topic. Twitter.com. Girl I used to be really close friends with, she can definitely attest to this. But let me tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you one thing and one thing only. I've been saying it since high school. them mask them mask Latinas on what's it called on Twitter.com. They will retweet, they will like, they will flirt, they will do anything with their black mutuals. They will retweet a black girl in a bikini, this, that, and the third. They will just do everything. But let me tell you one thing. The girls they're going to get with will literally be the female version of themselves and look exactly like them or look like her cousin. Let me repeat that. They will like surfacely love black women. They will Black Lives Matter this, that, and the third. They will like the black mutuals. They will do this, they will do that. Oh, black girls, melanin queens, melanin goddess, spiritual black girls. Black girls are this, black girls in yellow. Retweet it all the time. But I'm telling you, the woman that they end up with will literally always be a girl that looks just like them. Literally be a girl that looks just like, it will look like her cousin. I promise you. And that is not, that is flawed, but it's literally so true. They will end up with a girl that looks just like their cousin, and I'm telling you, that's not black. And that is not only a promise, it's a scientific law. And it's true. And it's literally true. Black girls will always finish last. Always. I'm aware that Latinas can be black as well. We're not talking about Afro-Latinas. I'm well educated. I'm well aware. But clearly I'm not talking about that, or else we wouldn't be here. While on the topic of Twitter. That is actually a big problem to a lot of people, though not even the way I tweet, but also another thing that I was villainized about. I just don't understand. I wouldn't tweet anything regarding what happened if you didn't do me dirty. And I think that is not getting into people's heads. My tweeting is fine. Twitter doesn't mean anything, but Twitter means whatever. But my tweeting is okay. If you don't want me to tweet things like that, don't do those things to me. Point blank, period. Elena can be a dog. Oh, I wouldn't tweet it. That's good for you. Nothing that you did to me happened to you. It happened to me. This is my experience to let out. Please leave me alone. I trust me. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I be whatever. I don't even be tweaking that as much as if you guys knew the amount of stuff that people have literally done to me just so dirty, Worlski. You wouldn't even know. This doesn't even tip the iceberg. And I'm entitled to do that because it is my Twitter. These things happen to me. I need a space in which I can let loose. Like this is not the third. Oh, you guys so childish taking it Twitter. Bro, imagine me caring I'm 19. Every person that I've been with is literally older than me. Why don't you stop looking at my Twitter? Go kiss your white girlfriend, please. And the girlfriend being white is not the problem here. Trust me, white women and I are no longer acquainted. I'm not a care in the world for, I do not even think about them. But the comparison is needed because white women will always be seen as the pinnacle of beauty, the pinnacle of everything. There's something to aspire to for people of all races. And this does not stop within the LGBT lines. I promise you. I think I'm going to wrap it up pretty soon. But all in all, it is not that I'm comparing myself to the white women that they end up with. Trust me, don't care about that. No. It's the fact that Black women are always going to be consumed and viewed as sexual objects, sexual labor. Non-Black people will always seek emotional comfort in Black women. They will always seek arousal. They will always seek to sexually exploit or view as some kind of conquest, but they are never the prize to take home. We are simply like, I don't want to say a participation award. I don't want to, how you say, dehumanize Black women that much, but that is how literally how non-Black people view us. I promise you that. Promise. And other Black women can definitely attest because it's true. And obviously I have a bias or whatever, but true. If you look at the history, trust me, the amount of people that actually end up with Black women is crazy. We are simply used and used and used and used and used. Marlena, you're just so easy to talk to. I just like you so much. And that's it. And that is it. And, oh, you just sound so hurt. Trust me. They always come back, so I know it's not me. They always come back. But Black women are just sucked for everything that we have and then cast aside like nothing. And I just think it's so crazy because in these spaces, like being with a Black woman will literally either promote you or demote you. In this nuanced age, trust me, if you have a Black girl on your arm, people are gonna think you're so this, that, so cool. I'm right. I'm literally right. Because if you see a not so cool, not a Black man, a white man who was into hip hop, this, and that, if he has a Black girlfriend, I don't even have to speak because you guys know I'm right. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. I'm not even gassing it. That's the crazy part. Like, nothing I'm saying is the craziest thing in the world because if you're a Black woman, you know it's true. It's literally true. They do not take the Black girl home, baby. They don't take the Black girl home. They don't take the Black girl home. They don't take you home. You're definitely a fun friend, like a friend who benefits this and that. Like, oh, I like you so much. This is it. The next person is not going to be Black who they take home to their mother. And that is a reality we all live in. They will date the Black girl, maybe, but the probability of, that you're here to stay, girl, it's slim to none. And yeah. But this is not to discourage any Black woman at all. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is simply to expose and inform. And it's true, Black girls always do finish last. But that is okay. That is okay. We, as a unit, know our worth. And I hope that this doesn't discourage anybody. But it had to be said because I think in contexts that are outside of the internet, contexts that are only the internet is like, it's not a theory, but a narrative that Black girls are just like the pinnacle and everyone knows Black girls are this and that. But in reality, that's not how we're treated at all. That is not how we're treated literally at all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know if I'll make more videos like this. I probably will. I want to make a vlog, but I don't do anything. So yeah, I'm just going to try to take a thumbnail for forever. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!